Hello, everybody. We're going to part two right now, and part two of Going for the Gold. And so, right now, I want you to take your Bibles. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 3:10, and we're going to jump right into it. So, according to the grace of God, which was given me as a wise master builder, I laid the foundation, and another builds on it. But let everyone take heed, watch out, be careful how you build. And there's a teaching right here. Jesus is a cornerstone. If you're going to build up a building, the corner goes up first, and you build a wall. You don't build a wall, start building in the middle. So the cornerstone is Jesus. So for our home, it has to be foundation with Jesus on the corner, and then we build it all. The corner makes a house straight. So you got to work off the corner. So everybody say, Jesus is the cornerstone.
Is the cornerstone.
And that's how I start my building. Okay, so let's go on to now. So another foundation that is, which is Jesus Christ, which is laid. Verse 12. Now, if anyone builds on this foundation of Jesus Christ, being the cornerstone, on Jesus, with gold, silver, precious stones, or wood, hay, and stubble. So you can build your building different ways. So you can start the foundation with gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay. I'll use straw. It says straw wood. And verse 13, each one's work will become clear, for the day will declare it, because it's going to be revealed by fire. I call it the fire test. One of these days, this is not going to send you to hell, but I believe when God hands out the rewards. So one of these days, you're going to have a fire test. So it says each one's work. What does work do? What are you doing? Are you taking care of yourself? You helping other people? How are you serving? You're not serving? Well, okay. But if you're serving for God, payday is coming. We'll get that in a minute. So each one's work will become clear, for the day will declare it, because it will be revealed by fire, and the fire will test each one's work. So everybody said, Bob said?
Bob said.
The fire test is coming.
Fire test is coming.
I got an appointment.
I got an appointment.
Okay. Fire test is coming. Okay, verse 14. If anyone's work which he has built on endures the fire test, he will receive a reward. I told a missionary friend that one day. I said, payday's coming for all that hard work that you've been doing over the mission field and all that. Where does it? He said, where does it say that in the Bible? I go, 1 Corinthians 3:14. He says, he who endures will receive a reward. So everybody say, payday's coming.
Payday's coming.
Okay. Verse 15. If anyone's work is burnt, he will suffer loss. Well, I just cared about me, and I know they were hurting, and I didn't do much service. I just went to church every day and just sat there, and I just kind of waiting for the train to heaven to come by and take me home. I just really didn't do much. But those who serve will be rewarded. Okay? So those who don't do nothing Christians, it says they will suffer loss. But he himself will be saved. You need to underline, you still didn't lose your salvation, you just didn't do nothing. Because one of these days you're going to go to heaven and say, man, I should have done more. Them people looking pretty good when I walk around them old stars and crowns and all that stuff. I wonder why their house is a little bit better than mine. Oh, I don't know. So anyway, if anyone's work is burnt, he will suffer loss, but yet he himself will be saved. You don't lose your salvation for not serving. You just don't. Okay, you don't. Say that again. But he himself will be saved, but as to fire, there will be regret. There will be regret that day. Okay, that ends that teaching right there, and I could spend hours in that, but I'm going to let that go. Going for the gold. So I got to get myself, part of going for the gold is serving gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, and straw. Okay, let's go from there. Let's go to 1 Corinthians, over a few pages. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 9:24. 9:24. Now this is called going for the gold. We already talked about going for the gold. Go out working for Jesus and wood, hay, or straw, or gold, silver, precious stones. You will be rewarded for what you've done. Now we're going to get a little bit further. In verse 24, it says, Do you know that those who run the race, run in a race, all run? Y'all going to heaven? That means you're in a race. That we're all in a run, but one receives a prize. So he was thinking about all the games back there, Olympic games and so forth, the Greek games. But so we're all running for the race. He says, run in such a way that you may obtain it. In other words, obtain what? I'm on a road to race. I'm to win. I want to win. Goal, heaven, I'm going there to win. Okay. And then it says, and everyone who competes for the prize is temperate in all things. My Bible says, so if you're in a race, you all want to be in a race, we're all going for the gold, it says you must be temperate in all things. And the word temperate means have control. Control yourself. Control yourself. So you must be temperate on the race, you must have control of yourself in all things. All things. Now they do it to obtain, they did a perishable crown, and for we an imperishable crown. Perishable crown, they say, you won, put the little leafy thing around you and on you, you're the winner. But 7 days later, the thing's wilted and you throw it away. But we have an incorruptible crown. That's the crown that Jesus is going to give us on one day we go to heaven. Well done, good and faithful servant. So the incorruptible crown is that crown that God is preparing for us. And I just checked my notes here. It says, run the race. It's the race of the believer. We're to be temperate. We are to be in control of all things, self-discipline in all things, in what I do and where I go. In what I do and where I go. I'm to control myself. Did Bob said?
Bob said.
I'm to control myself.
I control myself.
Whatever I do.
Whatever I do.
And wherever I go.
Wherever I go.
Okay, now it gets heavy. So, whoa, that's wonderful. Here we go. Here's 26. Here's to help you along. Therefore I run not with uncertainty, thus I fight. It's a fight to get there. What about this? What about people trying to drag? I fight. I have to fight. My goal I see is heaven, but I got to fight to get there. I got to fight what's going on around the edges and the side of me. Things trying to pull me away in the race. It says people trying to get me to lose control. Trying to get me to lose control. So you got to fight. And I love it how it says, I love how he puts it here. Thus I fight, not as one beats the air. Whew. No. It's just, fight the air. No. Stop it, Bob. Get your life under control. Stop it. I've been fasting the past few days, not to be bragging, but it's just control over my body. I get reading this thing, I'm out of control. Who's in control? You got to control your body in the race. You got to control it. Everybody says, I got to control
I got to control
my body.
My body.
I got to fight
I got to fight.
to make my body
To make my body
to do
to do
what it's supposed to do.
what it's supposed to do.
And then he drops on down. He says, then through all that, he says, you'll get the uncorruptible crown. Uncorruptible crown. And that crown will last forever. Last forever. Now, the New Testament contains rules for the race. How much time I got left? Rules for the race.
Getting close to
Okay,
that.
I'm going to try to zip through this. There's rules for the race? Okay. I can speak an hour on every one of these. I'm going to zip down through them quick. Number one, get rid of anything that'll hold you back. Get rid of anything that holds you back. Anything in your life that doesn't help you, get rid of it and cast it off. Get rid of it. So number one, get rid of anything that holds you back on the race. Remember running the race? Well, God, I got that bag dragging on me. I got that baggage. I'll throw that baggage off, man. I'm just gonna keep my Bible here with me. Anybody dragging bags?
Yeah.
Slows you down. Get rid of the bags. Okay. Number one, get rid of anything that holds you down. Number two, the believer must keep his eyes on Jesus. While I'm running a race and I see the finish line down there, I got to keep my eyes on Jesus the whole way. And really says, don't look to the left and right. Well, I think I'll go over and do this. I know the movie's rated R, but I'll just block out the bad stuff. No, you don't do that. The believer must keep his eyes on Jesus. That's not good for me. I'm not going to do that. So when you're sold out to Jesus, you don't look to the left or right. Everything is Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Amen. We're running a race. So number one, get rid of anything. Number two, keep your eyes on Jesus. Don't look to the left and right. I could preach on that one for a while about horses, but they put little things in their eyes so they keep going straight down the road. We need to put binders on our eyes like this. So we just, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Oh, yeah. Then your roads start going crooked. But you keep you keep your line straight. Got a time purpose here. And then number 4, the believer must find strength.
Number 3.
Number 3. Number 3, the believer must find strength in the Lord. That's a whole nother teaching. I've spent several hours in that one. Find strength in the Lord. That's really Ephesians 6:10. About putting on the whole armor of God, because the boogeyman, he's going to try to pull you off the road. Ephesians 6:10, I love how, be strong in the Lord and the power of his might, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, principalities, powers. Put on the whole armor of God. Put on the shield of faith and the breastplate of righteousness, the helmet of salvation, the sword of the Spirit, and the shield of faith, which you can quench all the fiery darts of the devil. Whole nother teaching. So the believer must find strength in the Lord. Ephesians 6:10. Okay, number 4. The believer must be all in. All in? Well, I'm just dab around. Oh yeah, I go to church. I love the music. Oh, I love dancing up and down a little bit. But the rest, a friend of mine said, oh, they're Baptists on Monday, but look out, Baptists on Sunday, but look out for Monday. They'll knock your head off. So you be Baptist, I ain't knocking Baptists, but it's got to be a Baptist 7 days a week. It's not Sunday. Okay, so are you all in? Are you all in? We're to be all in for Jesus. We're in a race, okay? All in. And I want to close up with this. Last one is, must by faith refuse anything that slow you down. You got to have your resistors up. Back in, we're talking about fight, fight, fight. You must by faith refuse anything that will slow you down or slow down your spiritual progress. By faith, refuse anything that will slow you down. I don't have time to get that, but think about it. Are you hanging with the wrong people? You got the wrong job? You got Joyce Martin stinking thinking? We by faith refuse anything that slow me down. So you got to refuse it, refuse it, refuse it. Y'all with me on that? We're going through this pretty quick. 5, I'm going to close with this right now.
6.
We have a race before us. Every one of us here has a charted course. A charted course. Every one of you. You got a course? You got a course? Everyone. Well, I'm on Bob course. You on Nancy course. You on course? Every one of you has a charted course. And there's a finish line at the end. There's a finish line at the end. But here, I want to give you a little secret here. There's no shortcuts. If the finish line's over here and you got to go around the track this way, you're not allowed to run through the infield. You must stay on your charted course. There are no shortcuts to get to heaven. No shortcuts to heaven. And the final thing, you finish this race and there's a crown waiting for you. Payday is coming. God bless you.